have here?
Yeah, I really like the defensive group. It's a good mix of guys from, kind of all over, which I appreciate. I think it's good to have different guys from different parts of the country in here. Good people, good families, and it's a lot of upside in this class. And then, the late signee, we got a couple late junior college guys, which I think will come in and help us right away.
What to put all the effort and time in to get somebody from overseas? Second year in a row that's happened here. I mean, what you could just easily go find somebody else in California or wherever else. What is it about that you liked in him to want to go to that effort and bring him over?
Well, I think, obviously, easy thing to say is the size, the speed. Is he probably a little raw in football terms? Yeah, but he has a very high football IQ, and he was over here for a guy that hasn't played a lot of football. And then he's an unbelievable person. He's got that big smile. He wants to work. Great family. Everything added up with him, and I truly think that he's going to be a special football player.
What else in terms of like needs or just think? What was kind of the focus maybe defensively in this class? Was there anything specific? Whether it was getting faster, bigger? I mean, is there anything you guys were aiming for, or just kind of filling needs where you had them?
No, I think we're always trying to get faster in the skill positions, and then one of the focus of the need, as you see from the defensive line commits or the defensive front commits in general, was just getting a little longer. I think the game's kind of going to more of a space game, and a bigger playing radius helps everything out. So getting a little longer at some of those positions was a area of just what we wanted to get done.
Yeah, you had one, two other defensive linemen. Trying to look at the list.
Yeah, in the front we have Lopez, we have Trevor coming early.
Just touch on the other guys maybe individually a little bit in your group.
Yep, so Trevor, local guy, Bora High School. He was in our camp, and we really liked him in our camp and in the individual workouts we had with him. Great family once again. Parents are both school administrators, and he's got the ability to play on offense or defensive line. We'll start him on the defensive line, but he's growing into his body, as are the other guys. Hayden Hanks, which I know Coach D talked about in the press conference, another guy from Montana, 8-man football transition to 11-man football. I think he's not even close to where he's going to be athletically and football IQ-wise. And then Connor Warkinson from Bakersfield, California, is another long, lean guy that I think is still growing into his body as well. But I think that's always good when you can get some lean guys that can grow into their body and become those 6'4", 6'5", 300-pound guys at the end of the day.
You look at the experience you have coming back defensively. I mean, you don't lose very much. Obviously, you lose DJ, a couple key guys, Dimitri. But, I mean, do you feel like you have a nice nucleus to build around here, and then the experience level and what you have coming back?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously losing Meach and DJ is a huge loss, but Dimitri got hurt early, so we had a lot of guys at that stud position get a lot of reps throughout this season. And then with DJ, obviously Marco was injured at the end of the year, but he had his chance when DJ was injured too, and we see what he can do. So we feel like we have some pieces to replace those guys right away. Not an easy thing to do to replace either one of those guys, but there is some pieces there that can do that. And with the incoming class, I think we added some definite depth to this defense. But having 10 guys back is a huge deal.
We heard his philosophy to the transfer portal, kind of like, hey, if we can find the perfect fit, we'll take it. But I mean, what's defensively? Is there like one spot if you could go out and find another linebacker or find another rusher? Or is there one spot you're looking at where you are still kind of dabbling in there, or do you feel pretty good about the group you have?
Well, I mean, you know how football works. You never turn down somebody that can cover, whether that's a safety, a corner, a nickel, and you never turn down somebody that can rush the passer. So if those kind of guys come up with the talent that we need and they're the right fit, I think those are never the guys you turn away. But other than that, I feel like we have a strong group coming back, and we have a lot of guys that are yet to develop.